truly highly recognized actresses wanted to talk to Marilyn, be seen with Marilyn, be photographed with Marilyn, because she was getting that recognition that nobody got like she got. And yet there's so little happiness with that. Why? Because first you want attention, but when you get attention, then you want respect.
She really felt she didn't have the inner qualifications to fulfill the image of the sex goddess. As a comedian, I think she was very comfortable. But she thought that the whole thing was a lie because it was not her. And so she tried to wrap it up, and she was going to New York, and she went to the Actors Studio, and she wanted to find some firm ground.
And they begged her to stay, and they offered her more money, and they offered her anything that she wanted. And then she turned it all down, and they said to her, well, what do you want? And she said, I just want to be wonderful.
Well, would it be fair to say that you got rather tired of playing the same kind of roles all the time and wanted to try something different?
It's not that I object to doing musicals or comedies. In fact, I rather enjoy it. But I would like to do also dramatic parts, too. It covers it.
John Springer was Marilyn's publicist for many years.
I was completely involved through the Actors Studio period. Lee Strasberg and the Actors Studio stood for people like Marlon Brando and Montgomery Clift and Geraldine Page and Maureen Stapleton, the great, great people.
Of course, they were fascinated with her. I don't think they'd ever had such a notorious kind of a movie star in their midst before.
And what it took to walk into the Actors Studio, where they were all real hardcore get-down actors, and the language that they used, and Marilyn to be so well known and to walk into a room of actors who would have such contempt for you and what you stood for.
Took a certain kind of real guts that I don't think people give her credit for.
We could see that she was really a baby in this, but she did have the courage, and she did some very interesting work. But at the same time, you had such a feeling that it was almost like jumping out of the window when she did it. She had so little sense of security about it that she wasn't sure she'd be able to get herself back together again. But of course, she was growing. She was developing.
There were some surprises, like the revelation that Marilyn was seeing America's most respected playwright, Arthur Miller. And there had been another surprise.
They were going to make the Brothers Karamazov into a film, and Marilyn said she wanted to be Grushenka. And she could have played it beautifully. But of course, everybody laughed at the pretension of this woman, this girl, this gentlemen prefer blondes type, see, that she wanted to play great Russian drama. And I think the press began to ridicule her at that point.
Do you feel, you said you wanted to grow, do you feel you have grown? Well, I hardly know how to answer that since they misinterpret that, meaning I'm not in inches or something. I'm not talking about Well, Marilyn, speaking of measurements, are they still the same as when you left? Have you gained weight? Have you lost weight? I think I'm about the same. About the same? Yes. Nobody has any complaints? I don't know. Speak up, boys. You're wearing a high-neck dress now. The last time I saw you wear it. Is this a new Marilyn, a new style? No, I'm the same person, but it's a different suit.
She had never been taken seriously. She had never been treated like anything but a kind of a beautiful idiot child.